Hi, I'm Jim Seimas.
And I'm Andrew Matheson for Double Coverage, our special year-end edition where we're going to break down all county awards for you. The league awards are out, the NBL's done, the SECL's done, those are all been in the paper, those all been announced. And now it's for all county.
Merged it.
Where we try and kind of compile all 10 teams in the county from 3 different leagues and an independent team as well into one football team.
Best of the best.
Some people smile, some people hate us. It's an imperfect system, but we try. We try and do our best with it.
Let's try it.
But let's get right to it.
Cool.
Individual awards.
Sure. Let's go with Coach.
Right at the top.
Let's go with Coach of the Year.
Coach of the Year. Why not, Mr. Randy Blankenship?
Randy, running clock Blankenship, winning the CCS D3 title.
Yeah.
Congrats. 3 straight league titles. What more needs to be said about what he's done? Phenomenal.
Yeah. No. He is running a well-oiled machine over there at Aptos. You know, like we said at the end of the last year, at the end of this year, they're going to lose a bunch of guys on offense. They're going to plug a bunch of new guys in next year, and they're all going to be on the same page, run that wing tee, defending a third title.
Yeah.
They've won 3 straight, so they'll be trying to win another one, a 4th straight, and they'll be looking to defend a CCS title at this point. So, I mean, kudos to Randy. What he's done there is, in 4 years, is pretty incredible, I think. So
next up you want to get drum roll because it is the Player of the Year. There was a lot of good talent out there this year, wasn't there?
There was a lot.
This wasn't easy?
No.
Yes, it was. Alex Joe!
The quarterback from Aptos, Player of the Year for Santa Cruz County. And, you know, a lot of people look at him and say,
the guy doesn't pass.
Guy doesn't pass.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, he does.
The guy passes more efficiently than anyone in the county.
Yeah, he finished 58 of 100 for 1,157 yards, 13 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Not bad. Yeah. Not bad for a kid that doesn't pass.
Seriously. Yeah, no, he was awesome. More than that, he was just a great leader.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, and he ran the ball. We didn't mention how effective he was in key first down runs or anything like that. Third down conversions.
Yeah.
He did so much. There's so much more than throwing for touchdowns, you know?
Go for the cough if you want. We're both sick, so we're going to try and fight through this. But yeah, the leadership, and we also mentioned kind of just how well he runs that offense. Yeah, he hands the ball off a lot, but the fakes, that wing tee, I mean, it's all based on deception. What he's able to do with it and the control and the confidence he has is pretty incredible. It's pretty unmatched, I feel like. And I feel like, I don't know if anyone else can. The thing with a Player of the Year, can you put someone else in that system and have them run it as well as they did?
I'm curious who they're going to put in there next year and make it work just as well.
Yeah.
You know? But, I mean, once again, there were some good numbers out there from other quarterbacks. Milo Small had a great year over at Harbor.
Yes.
You know, I'm sorry. And he passed for 2,000 yards, 19 TDs, 14 interceptions.
School record, 2,000.
When you look at the grand scheme of things, led the team to a league title for Joe. League title, CCS title. Great efficiency numbers that we couldn't pass that up.
Yeah.
So that's our quarterback he is our quarterback, but Player of the Year.
Congrats to Joe.
Next up, we never do this.
Never.
Seriously, co-offensive players of the year.
Yeah.
We don't like splitting everything. We always feel there's a man that, hey, this guy deserved that. But this one was a coin flip.
Usually, I mean, when you see the it can be viewed kind of like it's a cop-out, like he couldn't decide.
This is not a cop-out.
This is not a cop-out. We're giving it to Jake Remberg, running back at Scotts Valley, and his what do you call it?
You call it a sidekick. He's not, because he's
not a sidekick.
Equal power.
Yeah, Willie Johnston, the wide receiver running back for Scotts Valley. They complemented each other perfectly.
Totally. Kind of like,
Don't say it. Remberg, of course, ran for a school record rushing yards this season with 2,234, 16 touchdowns. Willie Johnson ran for 799 yards, 12 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Johnson also set the school record for points. Also set the school record for touchdowns in a season with 21.
Yeah.
So I mean,
school record for playing with a broken arm.
Sure.
No one. I don't know if that's
broken.
True.
Was it a thumb? I think it was a thumb, right?
Still,
but yeah, I mean, Remberg was up the middle, pound it, the thunder. Johnson was the lightning, going outside, getting around, going around you. And I feel like the cop out would have been had we gone with someone from another team.
Yeah.
But I feel like what they did together was impressive, and I feel like they complement each other perfectly. And I'm okay with giving them co-offensive MVP.
If anyone was going to challenge for Player of the Year, it might have been one of those two guys right there, quite honestly.
Yeah.
But Joe is our man. But yeah, so Co on offensive, and I'm fine with that. I think it's great for both those guys. Deserving. Next up is Defensive Player of the Year.
Yes.
Dalton Weitzel
yes.
from Aptos.
Defensive back. School record 10 touchdowns on the season. The previous school record was 5. So, he doubled it, which usually when you see when you see any record broken, it's like, oh, he beat it by 20 yards.
Yeah.
This kid doubled it.
Yeah.
So he had 2 picks in the biggest game of the year, the CCS championship against St. Ignatius. 1 to end the half, 1 to end the game. And he was just, I talked to Rainey Blankenship. He'd be surprised if he gets 10 next year because people are going to be thrown away from him. They're not going to be going near him next year.
Wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
You earn a name for yourself. He's going to earn a name for himself right now. We love nicknames. I'm going to start calling him Hands.
Okay.
Dalton Hands Weitzel. We'll see if it sticks. Probably not.
Before we go any further, a lot of people might ask, hey, Jim, how did you ever come up with this all-county football team?
It wasn't me. It was all his choice. He made every wrong pick. I made all the right ones.
Every pick that you're upset with, email Jim Seimas?
Exactly. No.
Actually, there's quite a few factors that we take into account. Yeah. Aside from watching as many games as we can during the course of the season, listening to the coaches whenever we can about who they like.
Yes.
And the end of the season stuff, the all-league stuff, the stats that we compile over the course of the year. That's... All county, it's just kind of a melting pot, basically, of every little
of all league teams,
everything that we
and
can
all
think
the games we see, and just who are game changers.
Yeah,
sometimes second team all leaguers make it up to our all county.
Yes,
sometimes we shuffle. We also have X number of spots to fill across the board, and there's some really good talent that's left off. There you have a couple record setters in Scotts Valley that they take up to 2 running back spots.
Yep.
That means 9 other teams with quality running backs who don't make it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great talent that doesn't make this team. So for those who did make it, congrats. But there's some good talent left off too.
Yeah.
So no hard feelings.
And the running back spots, we got Willie at the wide receiver.
Yes.
So and Renberg at one of the running backs, but that leaves 1 running back spot remaining.
Yeah. Sometimes we put the talented running backs or receivers at defensive spots like defensive back or wherever they play, just to kind of get the biggest playmakers in there.
Yeah, and the other thing that's difficult how we do it is that the individual awards and a lot of other all league selections, the individual guys will just be out of the team.
Yeah,
the team will be completely different. The MVP won't be in the team.
Yeah,
our play of the year, Alex Joe, is the quarterback.
Yeah,
that's how it works. So
that's how it works.
That's how it works. Yeah, there's only 1 quarterback.
So
there's going to be 9 quarterbacks that are going to be upset.
That's true.
That's just how it ends up.
Let's get into our offense, and our quarterback is
Mr. Alex Joe.
All right.
We already mentioned that, and we already mentioned Renberg, of course, as one of the running backs.
All right.
For that Co-Offensive Player of the Year award.
And our other running back, Anthony Cantrell.
From Pajaro Valley.
Did not make the all-league team. He was ejected twice during the year for little infractions, and that makes you ineligible for all-league. But he is on all-county. We couldn't overlook what he did.
Missed those 2 games, but he still had 1,000 yards, 1,075 yards, second in the county for the season.
He didn't miss the whole game, though. He got booted out late.
Yeah.
But he did some damage when he was on the field, like you said, with his... So what
11
a bruiser.
touchdowns, and of course, and what helps him a little bit?
Plays defense.
He's a linebacker.
And well.
And hard hitting, yeah. So that helps basically in his selection.
Okay, now we can't describe every play that the offensive linemen make, how many pancake tackles they have or blocks, So, how many pizzas they could put down in half an hour.
Sure.
So we're just going to go through and rattle off these talented offensive linemen.
Yeah.
All right, first off is Alex Marquez from Aptos.
Lineman of the Year, of course, voted by the coaches of the SCCAL, so that helps, and he stood out to me.
Yeah,
he stood out to
without
you.
doubt.
And he's the center in that Aptos line that, of course, Aptos linemen are usually pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're calling him probably one of the top 3 linemen in Aptos history.
Really?
Yeah, so they love him.
Not bad.
Speaking of some love, Louis Walters has some mad love for this next guy, as do we, Peter Marigonda.
Yep. First teamer, all league, and
returning all county guy.
He was on the team last year, so
he may be one of the best linemen that Scotts Valley has produced.
Yep.
Next up, I'll give this one to you, buddy.
We're
talking about Vince.
We're talking about Vince.
All right.
Porporado.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
I hope.
Aptos High, Vince.
Yeah.
You are on the team.
6'3", 250.
That's right.
You can't go wrong there. You need a big guy up front. And, of course, another Aptos guy. They run that wing tee to perfection for a reason. So
Aptos deserved their bulk of the line share on the line here, and we're going with Joe DeMura next.
Yep.
Senior, 5'11", 305.
Actually is good enough to make the all-county team based on his football, not because of the magnificent beard that he grows
that is
as
a
well.
beaut.
Yeah.
He forced me to shave because his looks so... Next up, Mama said clock you out. Freddie Clock from SoCal.
Yeah.
6 foot, 260 pounds.
And another big guy and another team that runs the ball really well. And, of course, they have that offensive line. Clock, I think, is one of the better guys in that line. Another first-team selection.
Same
all
thing,
SECL.
Sorry to cut you off there, buddy. SoCal could have probably had a couple extra linemen. They had, Scotts Valley, SoCal, Aptos, they dominated online. And once again, some good talent left off.
Sure.
Let's get into our tight end / receiver. We'll just go with receiver.
Okay.
Mac Truck Hessen. Big Mac Hessen.
834 yards receiving this year, 7 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And he's coming back next year.
Yeah, only a junior.
He's only a junior.
This one was a no-brainer for us. Garrett Salcido, St. Francis High. Played on an independent team this year, but he definitely made an impact.
Good. Yeah. 800. We had about 880 yards receiving. We need to double check that, but 15 touchdowns.
15 touchdowns. And sensational on defense as
far
well.
and away leads the receiving group. He more than doubled everybody else on those touchdowns. And he also set a school record for receiving yards as well.
We have him as wide receiver / ATH athlete.
Yes.
Now he's a stud. We'll maybe see him playing at the next level.
And of course, them being independent, they don't get any accolades. So
no. More than deserving. Though.
Yeah, but more than deserving for Saucedo.
And then last up on offense is Willie Johnson, as we mentioned. Also fine receiver.
Co-offensive player of the year with Jake Remberg.
Defense. Wrap it up. Okay, so I guess we're going to defense now.
Yes, the defense. 11 guys, and
a guy with the ball who's getting crushed.
It's not about the X's and O's. It's about the Jims and Joes.
All right.
Start right on the D-line, the front.
Sure.
Gregory Buer.
No way. He's undersized.
A little bit.
All right. Well, his sack total doesn't say so.
Yeah, 9 sacks on the year.
Just phenomenal.
Led the county.
Yeah.
And you can't ignore that.
Yeah, all league pick and a nice easy pick for us. I mean, just to go get her. If you're a quarterback with a football, he's coming after you.
Sure.
So next up on the D line, Brett Turner from Scotts Valley.
Yes.
Another beast, a get after it type guy.
6'1", 210, and another first teamer as well for all SECAL.
We'll move on to the next guy.
Sure.
Justin Peterson.
MVC.
Juan Vista Christian, exactly.
Now, he was a first teamer in the Gablin division, which is an A-League.
Yeah.
You got the Palmas, you got the Hollisters. So when I would cover MVC, he stood out as well. You'd hear the guy in the PA would always tell his name making the tackle. So he stood out for me. I'm happy he got a first teamer. I'm happy because, who knows, MVC didn't do that well in the Gablin. So I'm glad he didn't get overlooked.
We do that often. I mean, not only are we taking the stats and we're seeing and filming, but we hear the PA announcers so often.
Yeah.
Peterson with the tackle.
Yeah.
Just like that. Peterson with the tackle.
Exactly like that.
Linebacker, Dante Gomez.
Yeah, we're going 3-4, by the way.
We are going with the 3-4.
Yeah.
Dante Gomez had a year and a half.
Yeah.
Especially in the second half when it mattered most.
Yeah. 5 picks on the year, if I remember correctly. Was junior of the year in the SECAL. And, he's a big kid, too. 6'1", 230.
Definitely.
He's coming back next year, as is most on that Aptos defense, so watch out for that. But he's gonna be fun to watch, and we can look at the future. He's a defensive MVP candidate next year.
Yeah,
he was this year. I mean, he was probably right up there with Weitzel with numbers. So
he was definitely a candidate. So if he was a candidate this year, sure as heck's a candidate next year.
Yeah.
All right. Next on, another Aptos name. Austin Verdugo.
Yes.
At linebacker. So just a junior for Austin.
Oh,
he plays like a senior.
I know. And him and Gomez were kind of the captains of that defense a little bit, kind of the leaders, and he also helped himself at the running back spot. You know,
Oh, without a doubt.
You remember that little run that he had in the CCS final, right?
Kid's tough.
Yeah.
Nails.
So, kudos to him, and he gets kind of bonus points for going both ways.
Yep.
Also, another linebacker, Art Aguilar.
Nice.
Pajaro Valley senior. And he was a second-team selection defense in the Pacific Division. However, he had 5 sacks on the year. He was one of their leading tacklers at PV.
Yeah.
And he's going both ways, man.
Yeah, you got every time you see a tackle for a loss, 98% of the time it's Art Aguilar.
Yeah,
he gets after it.
Yeah.
So we did overpass Brady Botkin of Scotts Valley.
Yeah.
So we're not going to overpass him now.
No.
Brady Botkin, you're on the defense at linebacker, another hard hitter for Scotts Valley.
Yep.
All our linebackers, defensive line and linebackers, the guys just really plug the gaps and get after it. And
I feel like, and we kind of mentioned the whole hearing the names and stuff. Yeah. Him and Turner, I always heard their names.
Totally.
I mean, from the coaches and from the PA guy, just them making tackles and being in on tackles.
Nice.
So,
onto our defensive backs, the little guys making a big impact.
Sure.
We'll start off with Tanner Mihalik.
Yeah.
SoCal High.
5 picks, 2 returned for interceptions, and he was, if it wasn't for our kicker, Brooks.
5 picks, 2 returned for interceptions.
Is that what I said?
Yeah, 2 TDs.
Thank you.
Nice. Even better.
Yeah.
You just scored on the air. All right.
2 returned for touchdowns. And I think if it wasn't for our kicker, Brooks Nicholson, plugging up the kicker spot, Tanner could have been right there too.
Tanner's Mr. Utility.
Kid's got a booming leg.
Guy played some offense, right?
Yeah.
No, but he played some offense, I think at receiver.
Okay.
Played cornerback, did kicking.
Yeah. But I mean the kicking and the DB was where he stood out big time.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
No, great cover guy. Dalton Weitzel, we have mentioned him before.
10 picks.
All right.
Can't mention enough.
Yeah. Alex Moore, Santa Cruz High senior, track stud.
Yeah. Fast.
He's going to cover a lot of stuff. He covered a lot of ground.
Range.
Was great on kickoff and punt return. Stoller and Ashton Davis also handled that, but just what a speed guy, what a cover guy, great hands.
And I heard from spectators about Alex Morris, like not even coaches or other, like just fans of the Santa Cruz games talking about Alex Morris as a DB.
Yeah.
I mean, so when the fans notice it, the kid's good.
Santa Cruz had 3 of the best skill players in the area, quite honestly.
And we'll get to the other 2 momentarily.
Exactly.
We didn't leave them off.
Our last guy on defense, Quentin McLeod.
Now, Quentin was more or less the quarterback for MVC this year, but he also went both ways. He was also the safety on that team. And we mentioned him on double coverage early this season. I thought he was one of the best, one of the better, if not the best, open field tacklers in the county. I mean, anyone that got around that end, and it was just one-on-one, the kid made the tackle, which you don't really often see at the high school level, like really good open field tackles.
Yeah, he was great at that.
Yeah.
Really, I thought he was just great in the defensive secondary in terms of possession, like batting balls away and interceptions.
Yep.
But he showed his worth in what some might call a meaningless game, but in postseason in the Lions Bowl, scored twice as a receiver, obviously played quarterback at MVC, and then plays defense. He's one of those utility guys, just athlete.
He's an athlete, yeah.
So he was a second teamer for league.
Yep.
But we bumped him up because
we liked him.
He had an impact on the season.
Yeah.
Special teams. Special team. Oh, we're not on defense anymore?
No.
Oh, special teams. These guys are, needless to say, special.
Oh, you're
so special.
Oh, we did the same thing. This one's short and sweet.
Sure.
2 kick returners, 1 all-purpose, 1 kicker, 1 punter.
Whoa.
Who was that?
It just went by us.
Yeah?
Who was that just went by us?
Was that the all-purpose back, or was that the kick returners?
No, that was a kick returner that just went by you. That was Dale Stoller that just ran by you. Congrats, Dale Stoller! Dale Stoller.
Dale Stoller, of course, doing a lot of his damage in the running back position for Santa Cruz, but also as a kick returner, and a solid one at that.
Solid defensive back.
This
guy's Mr. Utility as well.
Yeah. But had plenty of speed to, especially down those sidelines, I remember.
This guy I haven't looked at the stats, probably busted more 50-yard runs than anyone in the league this year.
Probably, actually.
So, Dale, you're phenomenal on both sides of the ball. You are being honored at kick return.
Opposite him, kick return,
Ashton Davis.
Probably the most elusive back, or one of the most elusive backs in Santa Cruz County this year, and he was very elusive on kick returns.
Yeah, he was keyed on so much, too.
Yeah.
Probably as much as anyone on that team. I give kudos to Ashton just for his hands. We have 2 quality receivers on offense. This guy has incredible hands. one-handed catches, one finger, one pinky catches. He's that guy.
Yeah. One of the cooler plays I saw this year, he did a little Superman over the end zone, over a pile. So
yeah, really gifted kid.
Very athletic.
All-purpose out of SLV.
Do you want to say it? Do you want to get it right for once this year?
Shell Johnson.
No, you said it wrong.
Kajel.
Kajeli. It's Chell.
Chell.
Yeah.
Shell Johnson. That's my Michael Buffer voice.
Yeah.
I'm not mocking your name, by the way. I think you're awesome.
We just can't pronounce it.
Yeah, I can't pronounce your name. But you're awesome.
Yeah, heart and soul of SLV.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah. I mean, he was kind of involved. He was like involved on every single play, I feel like.
You saw the photo in the Sentinel, that excellent paper, where there's a SLV player standing on his head.
Yes.
That guy could have broke his neck.
Yeah. Was that Chell?
And he comes back that game, I'm pretty sure. That was Shell, upside down.
Chell.
Chell. Cello.
Chell.
You better chill out.
Yeah.
All right. So he was awesome. Both sides of the ball.
Great.
Played with heart and soul.
Yeah.
Led the team rushing, receiving. Enough said.
Wasn't receiving, but rushing, yes. But he was right up there with receiving, and yeah, he did everything for them.
All right.
So
sounds good.
And the kicker. You want to go with the kicker?
Brooks.
Or let's go with the punter.
All right.
His teammate. Well,
yeah, that's a nice segue. Did
His
you know
SLV. Jordan
Peabody. First year playing varsity football and booted the heck out of that ball.
Not bad. First team all league.
Yeah.
First team all county.
Yeah.
There's only one team all county, but
he stood out. He booted the ball well.
Sure, yeah.
We don't have averages on distance. Our stats only go so far, but that guy can boot it.
We should take punting stats next year.
I'll go through and add all the stats up, but shoot, like we don't have enough work. All right. Kicker.
End of the show. We're going off the rails.
Brooks Nicholson.
Yes.
Injured
in the last game of the season in the final, but he made his impact.
Yes.
He caught a touchdown, a long one at that. I think it was like a 78-yard touchdown. And he kicked the field goal, the ensuing field goal, and he made the kickoff the next
Brooks had to play only half the season to make an impact.
Yeah.
This guy is the stud of all stud kickers.
Yes.
School record holder for PATs, extra point kicks, in a game, season, and career at Aptos High. Also, their all-time leading scorer.
Yeah.
Sad to see him walk out to midfield on crutches, but hey, you're getting a CCS championship ring, and you are an all-county representative.
201 points in his career scored that we came up with at least. And yeah, was very important, was significant to that team. And yeah, get better. He's a basketball player too, so he needs to get better.
So kudos to our all-county team. All sensational individuals, personality-wise, academically, I'm sure, and athletically. That's a wrap.
That's it.
That's it. Sad.
That's it. Our last show of the year. This one's it.
Sorry, dude.
Let's hug it out.
Bro hug. Whoa! That's Seimas power. All right.
That's a chair on wheels.
Okay. That's what it was. Yeah.
That's all. That's
all, folks.
That's it for the show. You can read the all league stuff that was online, SECAL, MBL, and the all county story will be in Sunday's paper.
Awesome. Just because it's the end of double covers, still check us out on Twitter.
Yeah, we still tweet in the off season.
And we still tout.
There is no off season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for the football stuff, that's it. And
that's
we're sad.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for watching this season.
Thank you for everybody. Thanks to the kids.
Thanks to the kids for a great season. If you didn't play football this year, start playing. Get out on the field, get in the weight room, start training. Yeah, Johnny Football.
Johnny Football.
So get out there and contribute. And if you just want to stay and be a viewer, we appreciate you.
Sure.
So
help out with stats for us.
Yeah, exactly.
Start taking punting. Start taking punting statistics.
Kudos to a couple people. Our editor Julie Jag for allowing us to do this in our own off time. That's very nice of her. And Zebo. Zebo's been a man.
I love Zebo.
You know what, Zebo? This is kudos to you. Thanks for contributing to double coverage this year. You are a Superman. Okay.
Yeah. And if anyone doesn't know Zebo,
they know Zebo.
You know Zebo.
Yeah.
He goes to Santa Cruz High.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
We need to get Zebo in Zubas. That'd be awesome. But anyway, check us out all year long on SantaCruzSentinel.com/football.
Oh, really? Oh, that's disgusting.
That's awesome.
That's great. All right, it's our Q&A section. We asked you to come up with some questions. We actually got some questions.
Nice.
So Tony, our producer, on the loudspeaker. Question number 1. We have not prepared for these questions, so let's just go.
How much of double coverage is scripted? Do you know each other's picks ahead of time?
None of it's scripted.
What? If this was scripted, he would have been prepared for this.
We print out a bunch of stuff. We have some things that we want to bring up. And that's about it.
It's not scripted.
We just kind of go from there. It's
can't script this stuff.
It's 1 a.m. We're punch drunk, and that's it. We have a couple of stats. We saw some games.
Yeah, a lot of
stats. We talked to some coaches. We bring up some things.
Yeah,
that's it.
I don't know his picks. I sometimes say, like, as you see, who are you gonna take? I'll take the opposite. Otherwise, this guy just usually copies me. You can usually count on that every week. So
I think so. Yeah, sometimes the pick I don't usually pick until like right before.
Oh yeah, no.
And sometimes you convince me. Sometimes I convince you. And the rambling is all natural.
Oh yeah, yes it is. All right, so next question.
How many takes do you guys usually do?
This guy does like 50.
Well, yeah.
And then I found out I do 49, so I can't whine so much.
No, I think usually it's just 1. Usually it's 1.
Yeah, clearly.
Usually it's 1.
That's why we have to correct ourselves.
Yeah, it's 1 take. Sometimes it's like 2 or 3 early in the season, like the very first episode we take. Yeah. That will have like 4 or 5 takes because we suck and it's rusty.
I mean, now we just cough and sneeze right in the middle of the show.
We don't care.
We're pretty comfortable with you.
Yeah.
Do you actually like each other when not filming?
He unfriended me on Facebook, and I asked him if he wanted anything for Christmas. He said, "We're not friends, we're colleagues."
Was that the?
That's pretty much what you said to me.
Okay, no, was that the instance though? It was Christmas.
I can't remember, but he doesn't like me that much.
I did bring that up because I said like, but there was a story to that.
There was a story to it.
Yeah.
We get along well.
It was a long story. It had something to do with my wife, but why I called you a colleague and not a friend. It had something to do with my wife, and I forget what it was, but
don't bring your wife into this. All right, I just brought you pizza my heart cards.
Yeah.
So that's friendly.
That were given to you from someone else.
Yes, I re-gifted you. Use Pizza My Heart card. We get along quite well. We talk after the shift till 3 a.m. when it's freezing, which is why we get these colds.
Yeah, we sit outside and talk baseball and what the Giants aren't doing in the off season.
What was your favorite moment of the year?
Aptos, right?
Like on double coverage is what.
Oh.
The football season. What was your favorite thing of the football season?
I mean, you have the Aptos. I have like my little moments, like when Santa Cruz High comes out to the football field and they got the band,
Death March,
and they got the Imperial March, Darth Vader's March.
Yeah,
that I love every time I see it.
My favorite part's at the snack bar. Just damn, the game's starting. Will you eat this for me? No, there's so many. I just love being on the sideline. It makes me remember my high school playing career and just seeing the kids, the enjoyment they get out of it.
Yeah.
And
I didn't have one.
Oh, well, I mean, that's all right, but it's fun, right?
I did, but it's forgettable.
This is as pure as it gets to me, and it's just beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah. Seeing the coaches get worked up and all excited. Yeah. And I look forward to doing double coverage with you and Tony Solis. So.
Colleague.
Yeah. Thanks for.
This is kind of a silly one. How can I get on double coverage?
Wow.
I think it was from a student.
Was it? Nice. Wasn't like a pretty supermodel or anything?
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
Was it Marissa?
You know what? I've been wanting to have some athletes. If this is a player asking this, I've been wanting to have players sneak in here, but we film this at midnight or 1 a.m.
Yeah, we film it at.
And I also don't want them to get in trouble by the CCS.
Yeah.
So, but if it's a fan.
Well, we'd like to expand it. We'd like to have more interviews.
Yeah. If you want, how about if we just let you call in on double coverage? I will give you Andrew Matheson's cell phone number.
They still got to be up at 1 a.m. though. That doesn't. I know. That doesn't settle anything.
But just the credits are rolling right now, right? So.
Yeah, I mean, I think we'd like to make some change. We're
Andrew
making tweets
Matheson's
every year.
Cell phone number is 831.
Colleague, what are you doing?
206.
All right, enough. I mean, I think we'd like to make some changes over the course of the year.
206.
what we do in terms of interviews and in-game stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we could, like you said, we tape this at kind of the worst possible time. But we could change that.
Yeah.
We could change it during our working hours and maybe get paid for it.
We hope to take this on the sidelines next year.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
That'd be kind of cool, actually.
But anyway, if you want to come on the show, send us the email and ask us. And I don't see why not.
And if you're a pretty super bottle,
that helps.
We'll figure out a way.
Was that from Marissa Miller?
Marissa, she's in the area, right?
Marissa, if you want to come on the show.
That was actually your wife?
Yeah.
Okay, final question.
Yes.
This is your favorite question, I know.
Okay.
Can you please do double coverage for basketball or baseball or track or insert sport here?
That's a stupid question. Next question. Oh, that's the last one. This is a lot of work, guys.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the problem is you cover baseball, I cover softball.
Yeah.
I cover basketball, you cover soccer.
And wrestling.
Yeah, and then Julie Jag covers track. So I think we've actually discussed expanding kind of more videos, even one with just the Santa Cruz Warriors.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of work, it's a lot of production, it's a lot of time.
Selfishly, I wanted one started for baseball. But, we've talked about it.
We have talked about it. The problem is that we'll cover one.
Yeah.
Football is the only sport we cover together.
Yeah.
And so, we've talked about there could be something in the future, but we don't know. But it's in the discussion stages, I guess.
There's some big changes going on here at work, so maybe who knows? We'll keep you in the loop.
Yeah. That's it. Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for all the questions and for watching. We'll see you next season.
Thank you.